Yo Internet, so this will be the last devlog for the Luminesce project leading up to White Night. It's currently, whatever day it is, Friday the 19th. White Night is tomorrow night on the 20th. I've been slaving away and I think the project's pretty much there. So here is the final setup. I'll just get some signal going. We've had a tech run with the singers and rehearsed the set and everything seems to be working. And I made a lot of changes since the last video. So on the right over here is all my mapping parameters. It's got a save and recall setting, which is separate to the rest of the system. I've got a little bit of hardware control now. I can control the usual things like brightness. I can also control, I'll just make this do something. This knob scales the input, so I can make the visuals more or less sensitive to the incoming data. These two controls are ease up and ease down, so how quickly the signal will rise and how quickly it will fall. I've also got some post effects, so feedback, basically just feedback really, and different controls and feedback. The biggest thing that I've changed is that in this setup I've made it so that I can assign separate colours per layer. So if I bring up other things, you can see I can have circles, and I can make the circles blue and the rectangles purple or whatever, and I can control that individually per track. The preset system that I had working before had some sort of interpolation so that it would smoothly move from one preset to the other, but a problem that I hit is this is using Max's pattern system, and it was fine when it was just 7 channels with 15 tracks, but as soon as I incorporated all the color data, it really started to chug. So what I've done is moved all the interpolation over to Open Frameworks, and I can use this control here to control how quickly it moves from its current settings to the new settings. So if it's down the bottom, it'll switch instantly, and if it is up the top, it'll sort of fade into the next preset. I have in my presets I've got 4 rows, and I've just got different presets for each section of the song. I've gone through the scores and just labelled where I need to make changes in the particular tracks, and it's now really easy to operate. It pretty much operates itself. I could sort of set this up to be basically a one button show, but I like having that little bit of additional control, and it's working really well. The whole move to Open Frameworks was great. If I need to extend this in the future, that'll make it really easy to do. The other thing that I've set up is, so during White Night we're doing 15-minute sets, then a 15-minute break, and then the same 15-minute set for 3 or 4 hours. So there's a countdown which will be running on this little guy, and this is just going to be projected behind the at the back wall in between the sets. I need to make some last minute changes in this because this will be like countdown numbers and things like that. That's it. So you can get a sense of the show. Move over here. Yeah, so there it is. If you're in Melbourne on the 20th of February, tomorrow night, or possibly tonight, whenever I get this up, come to St. Paul's Cathedral between 11 PM and 2 AM, and we'll be running 15-minute sets all through that time. Yeah, done, finished, yes! Thanks for watching.